Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I am Taylor Gonzalez, and today I am joined by a very special guest. I have Adam Treasure here with me. How are you doing today, Adam?
I'm good, thank you, Taylor. I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
Thank you so much for joining me. Adam is best known for his role in the Canadian and BBC series Enslaved with Samuel L. Jackson. I am so excited to have you here and talk about this.
Yes, of course. It's fabulous. First of all, it's fabulous to be here, and I'm glad that you're excited regarding the enslaved part of it because that was a epic TV series. Actually, it's very dominant, based on slavery trade and the idea that that stuff come out of it, like especially my character, Oladu Ekwana, is very he's a writer himself and it's so amazing. I'm a writer too. So it's just amazing how things work in this industry.
Oh, that's awesome. What kind of writing do you do?
I write books
Oh,
and
nice.
also I've gone into screenwriting too. So it's just like they at the start of the career, like a lot of people told me that when you go into this career, you're gonna always pick something up. You're always gonna pick something up, and I decided to pick up being an author, and then later on, I started writing scripts. So that's been amazing so far. So,
Oh, that is great. So what was the experience of working on Enslaved like? Did you have a lot of prep time for it, or how did you get the role, and how much time between when you got the role and actually started filming did you have?
filming is straightforward, to be honest. It just depended on TV and film. TV and film is different. Film is different. So like it was there was enough prep time for you to get involved with the role. There's enough prep time, and it. Some will say it's straightforward, but it's not always straightforward because it's the takes that really matter. And I've always got this rule of thumb: the camera is like your best friend. If the camera likes you your game on. To be honest, so that's why it's important for the takes. So it wasn't straightforward, but the game and enjoying the moment was part of the illusion, which was great, actually.
Oh, I like that. I like that the camera is your best friend. That's a good thing to keep in mind.
Yes.
So what inspired you to get into acting?
Generally, I once upon a time, as I'll call it, I used to go to a lot of screenings. Like I attended London Part School, so this is a school in London, and I had a teacher. We call it a magical teacher. So he was a music teacher, and he was putting on a, a play, a school play, school rendition of Greece, and it was amazing. Like he called me into the music room, obviously thinking I was in trouble. He said to me, he said to me, I would like you to audition for the role of Johnny Casino. So we got he prepped me on what I needed to do. I was young then, and from that day, I actually didn't realize that I was going to go into acting itself. But that was, they say there's a moment in time where you know where you want to be. So it was that moment, from that moment, and then eventually what happened is I started going to screenings, and I just loved it. I loved the idea of acting. I love the idea of playing characters, and blending different scenes with different scenes, and actually just molding yourself into a playful of an imaginary character that many would see, especially with horror, etc., etc., etc. So I just enjoy the whole moment
Oh,
of
that is
film.
awesome. I love Grease. Grease is like one of my favorite musicals, so that's really cool that that is the moment for you. And that's also funny that you got called in and you thought you were in trouble because that has happened to me so many times where a teacher or a professor wants to talk to me and I always think I'm in trouble, but it's more often than not that it's something good like that and not something bad.
It, it literally happens. Like you just walk in and thinking, "Oh God, what have I done now?"
I know, it's
But
scary.
you never know what they're thinking. So at the end of the day, you can't really judge a book by a cover, but that's what. when you're a kid, that's how you feel really. Like, what have
Yeah.
I done now? Well, it's amazing how things just manifest from just a little meeting to
Mm.
something exclusive like that, especially even it's in school. That's an eye opener for a young child. That's like, okay, Greece. Oh, I've never heard of that. Let's see what happens.
Mm.
And yeah, it goes on. See,
Mm. Very cool. So when I was going through your IMDb page to do research for this interview, I noticed that you were a train passenger in Detective Pikachu. And I have to ask,
yes.
who is your favorite Pokemon?
You know, like I literally had I have a few different types of Pokemons. I'm you know what, I tell you what, I'm not gonna lie to you. Please do not judge me. I'm a big fan of Jigglypuff.
Okay, no, that's
I'm
a
a
good
big fan
one.
of I like Jigglypuff, but then I like Psyduck. The reason why I like Psyduck because he plays dumb. I know Psyduck is not dumb. I know he's not dumb. He's playing dumb, and I hope the writers do a film just on Psyduck because his character is so it is so enchanting. Like literally, Psyduck.
Yeah.
You're just thinking, what is he thinking? What's he thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's your favorite,
Oh my
actually?
gosh. That's a tough one. I feel like mine changes all the time. The first Pokemon I ever had was Squirtle when I got the game on, I guess it was like what, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color back then. And I went with Squirtle. And then sometimes I think Pikachu, like depending on what show or movie I'm watching, because just how can you not go with classic Pikachu? But then purple's my favorite color, so sometimes I go with like Haunter. It just depends on my mood. But I would say those are like my top three: Squirtle, Haunter, Pikachu. But that's
Yeah,
a tough
and
question.
Pokemon is yeah, it's a tough question. That's what I said at the start. I don't know, but yeah, like Pokemon's a very as a kid, I used to play Pogs. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think you remember Pogs.
Yeah, I
I
remember
used to
those.
collect Pokemon cards, etc., etc. So Pokemon has grown. It grows on you when you're a kid. So, but it is a hard question to actually pick a Pokemon because they're all fantastic. They're
Yeah, it
all
is
awesome.
tough. Well, speaking of video games, from Pokemon
Yeah.
to Ready Player One in 2018, you once played, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but an oology expert.
Yes, of course.
And what was your favorite part of being in Ready Player One?
Spielberg.
Yeah,
That's my favorite part.
I know.
I'm not gonna
Just
lie to you. The idea, my favorite part was Spielberg because it's a chance to watch magic happen. People don't realize that when you're on set, the idea that you can be on set with someone like that
mm,
for a split second and actually watch um, them do the magic. Because I remember I was talking to someone outside and he came out. I think he came out with a cigar. And also, like, he was just talking. He was talking to someone. He was talking about something positive the next day, and it was amazing how he came out when we started talking about it. So it's the idea that that split moment, that magic happened in front of your eyes.
mhm.
You saw what everyone's been talking about on TV for a long time. That he knows his business. He knows he's one of them directors that he finds something, boom, it's done.
Mhm.
That's what I want. And you like that because it's confidence. It's confidence. It's the magic that makes every actor want to be an actor.
Mhm.
I love that.
Oh,
That's
that
what
is
he
so
done.
cool.
Can't believe it. It looks awesome. That,
Mhm.
that excitement. So my favorite part of I'm gonna say this if you watch anyone's watching Ready Player One, the favorite part is Spielberg. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is great. Do you have a favorite Spielberg movie?
Um I
It's tough.
yeah, it's tough. He's done plenty movies.
Mhm.
It's really tough to pick one movie that you say, um, okay, this is the movie. You can't do that with Spielberg.
Yeah,
Like he's done so many movies. If you put them to counterattack them together, you'll find it difficult to pick the right one
yeah.
because they're all good.
I know. It's funny because I have asked friends of this question before, what is your favorite Spielberg movie? And then someone will say one, but then someone like a different friend will say a different one, and then they're like they kind of like change their mind a little bit. And they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, because he just has like a stacked filmography and it's crazy." Even his latest films too, like West Side Story from a couple years ago was incredible. every genre too, because that's a musical. He's done, you know, drama, he's done comedy. It's just crazy to see someone. Is there another director now that you've worked with Spielberg? Is there another director that you have like on your checklist that you would love to work with?
I'd definitely love to work with Tyler Perry. Sorry.
Oh, that'd be
I'm
awesome.
I'm a very big fan of these comedies, short comedies on YouTube. So I would love to work with Tyler Perry. There's a few directors, but naming, you know, what I mean, I tend to keep names in my head because I would like people to see who I work with. Because I'm a person of I do it and then yeah, we can have this discussion. This is who I want to work with. Again, working with directors is very hard to pick one because they're all awesome. Like directors they work so hard and they have this image of I call it perfection, and I like it. I enjoy it. So, but I would love to work with Tyler Perry. I
Oh, that'd
just
be
think
cool.
he's hella funny. Medea
Yeah.
Medea just what's called makes you laugh every time you watch Medea or you watch Love Thy Neighbor. It just makes you laugh. Yeah.
Speaking of Ready Player One, which is a bunch of video games mixed together, do you have
Yes,
a
of course.
favorite video game?
Oh gosh, Call of Duty.
Oh, which one? Is there a specific
I
one or just in general?
I'm addicted to Call of Duty Mobile.
Oh, okay. I haven't done that one.
Yes, yes. I love all the things about Call of Duty Mobile. I love the collection gun, the gun collection. I love the colors. I'm into collecting gold guns,
Oh, nice.
different ones, rifles, etc., etc. So I tend to, when I'm not doing nothing, I'm on Call of Duty Mobile. And I'm telling you, I am a diehard when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile.
All right, all right. My
Yeah.
favorite Call of Duty game is Call of Duty Black Ops, but specifically
Yeah.
zombies. Have you ever played Call of Duty Zombies?
I have played zombies, but I find that very I
Uh-oh.
don't know. I think zombies is good when you have the collection of guns. But with
Okay.
me, I'm running around with, trying to collect the points and trying to
Yeah.
get the guns. It's
That's
very
that's like the
that's
one
part of it.
frustrating
It's part.
part. Yeah, it's just like
Yes,
you have to build up to be able to actually play. And then when you lose after playing for like
yes,
an hour, and then you want to play more, but you have to start from scratch to earn the points to build. People who don't know what we're talking about, they're not going to have a clue. But people who know, you have to knife zombies at the very beginning to build up points to buy a gun on a wall to then shoot the zombies. You got to get a good squad. That's my only advice for playing zombies in Call of Duty is get a good
yes,
squad
you do.
together.
If you don't have a good squad, you're not going to survive. I realize they've changed the way zombies is played. They've changed the characters. They've changed the whole dynamic of the zombie. So if you're alone and you think you're going to be the last airbender, unfortunately, you know what I mean. It's when it comes to the idea of zombies, you're right. You got to have a great team, and
Mhm.
if you don't have a team, start networking and find
Yeah,
someone who can
find a
play.
new team.
You need to find a new team.
Oh my gosh. Well, someone who would be in my squad for Call of Duty Zombies, although I don't think she would play it, but
Yeah,
if she wanted to be part of my squad, is my best friend Chris. When I was talking to her about our interview today, she was very excited to see that you were in Wicked Little Letters, which stars Olivia
yeah.
Coleman. So of course I have to ask about working on that project. What was being in Wicked Little Letters like, and what was it like getting to be in a project with Olivia Coleman?
It's mind blowing. It's Wicked Little Layers is a fabulous project. There's humor. Um, there's the element of the British culture. So I really loved the idea of actually getting on that project, you know, and being part of something that's so warmth, but then has that element of oh my gosh, is that you though? So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed being part of a cast like that, and actually just But it's basically it's a journey, and we can look at it as a journey. That's what it is. It's family. It's directed really well, and it shows that. Oh my gosh, Olivia Coleman is awesome.
Yeah,
She's a,
she's amazing.
she's a producer. So like watching it and you're thinking, oh yeah. Wait, this is Olivia Coleman. It shows, yeah, that an actor, that ability. You see, again, we was talking about the producing element, brings it to life. Yeah,
So you've worked with Spielberg, Olivia
yeah,
Coleman, Samuel L.
yeah,
Jackson. You've
yeah.
worked with Pokemon. Is there
Oh
a
yeah.
role?
You know what? I tell you, I literally haven't gone down the list. I write a list of who I want to work with. But then it's a journey, you know. So I've been blessed to be in the right circle.
Mhm.
My career is young, as they call it. I'm still a baby in the industry. But again, like I've just done I think you've heard Camp Lake Pleasant Lake.
Mhm.
Sorry, Camp Pleasant Lake. So I've been blessed to cross over and still be in the UK. I've crossed from UK to Canada to the States.
Mhm.
So, but the idea of what I'm doing here is I'm just enjoying the journey and get to be with people like you and
Oh,
see
thank you.
people, bump into people that are just in love what they're doing. Like there's directors that love what they're doing. And to be in that space of someone that's been talked about. It's not
Yeah,
the it's not been talked about news. No, I mean to be in that space of someone so creative,
yeah.
like it really helps me understand the industry. Like that, and you get sometimes when you're on set and you're like, oh my gosh, am I here?
Oh, that is awesome.
But that's the acting industry, isn't it?
Is there a role that you're most proud of? And it doesn't necessarily have to be because of how big it was. It could be because of
Yeah.
how hard it was to get that role or the messaging behind the role that you played. Is there a role that you're just very proud of?
So like I think it has to be the enslaved one because obviously bringing across the idea of that image of the slave trade
Mhm.
is very difficult, especially in picture and image. It's a very um, uh, untalked about topic that when you do it, it has to be kind of on point. It has to be you got to hit a certain note. You know what I mean? So people understand what you're trying to portray. So for me to actually take on Oludu Ekwahani, I basically need to just transform into somebody that had the mentality of look, I'm different. I'm a writer and this is what I want to do. So I'm guessing that was the hardest, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was the hardest role to actually manifest,
Mhm.
to portray somebody like for an actor to portray someone like that is a blessing.
Mhm.
But then on the side of it, you're thinking, is the camera going to capture that?
Mm.
Am I being realistic enough? And then when you see it, you're like, okay, all right, I was realistic.
Yep, your best friend, the camera. Got it.
Yeah, the camera is your best friend. Please, like, I'm not gonna lie, I never knew this. One director told me on set, say the camera is your best friend. If it catches you the right side, that's it. It's game over. It's
That's
it.
awesome. All right. I will definitely keep that in mind. So
Yeah.
that is the role that you've played that you're the most proud of. But what about roles that you haven't played? Like when you think of iconic movie roles, do you have one that's just in your mind, like seared in your mind, that is like the most iconic movie role of all time?
Oh, that's a great question. Um, I've always had a thing for Marvel. I've always had a thing for Marvel. Like I kind of roles like Black Panther. You got Superman. You got Batman. No, no, is it like? Wait a minute. That's DC, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
DC,
Black
Batman's
Panther.
DC.
Yeah, Black
No, don't worry
Panther.
about
Stuff
it.
like that. Because the that's the element of a new world. I'm a big fan of a new world. So where everything is not as what it seems, you know, like we live in a parallel world of different surprises, and then Marvel brings some Black Panther world, and you're thinking, oh snap! As an actor, that is one thing that really gets me going. Like, okay, yeah, maybe if I played a superhero, would I be a superhero in reality? You know what I mean? It's just that idea,
Mhm.
that form. So Marvel films really are really good for me. I like them. I like watching Marvel films. I'm a fanatic, not too fanatic, but I'm a fanatic on the right. You know what I mean? The correct border path here. So I'm a fanatic because I love the idea of how they portray them. So it's a new world for me. So
Mhm.
that really gets me going. And that's the only thing. Marvel films. If I could play a role in a Marvel film, it would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
awesome.
yeah, so I like horror too. I
Nice.
don't think I would be playing no killer.
Well, you
My
never know. You
personality
never
just
know.
does not allow it.
I know. I feel
I like
like I would be
horror.
too smiley and laughing the whole time.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
like, even if I was
Be
behind a
like,
mask, I would be
here's
laughing.
Johnny.
Yeah, people would know. Oh my
But I do
gosh.
like Jason X. I love Jason X movies. I'm a big fan of the Alien franchise. Sorry. I love Freddy, Krueger. I'm a big fan of Michael Myers. So yeah, I love to be in like one of that one type them type of films because it's very I was talking to someone about this. Them films hit the nail on the head because
Hmm.
it shows you don't need to move to frighten someone. You just stand there. If you do
Yeah,
it right, capture it's the eye in it. I can capture you really like that. And I like them type of films because you don't have to do much, do you? The storytelling's in the body.
yeah, that's true. Very true. Because
Obviously,
you,
the killing side of it is the main part, right? The killing side. But then again, it's the suspense that gets me on that. So love to be
yeah,
in a horror movie like that. That'll be awesome.
especially if you think back to the original Halloween, where Michael Myers is just
Yes.
standing behind the hedge. You know what's cool is that hedge and the Strode house and the Myers house, they're all like maybe a 10-minute drive from where I live. So every October, my puppy and I, we take a walk around the neighborhood. We take pictures in front of the houses and behind the hedge. It's so cool to get to see that every year. But yeah, that's exactly what you're talking about. He just stands there and is menacing, and even like just the imagery of him behind the hedge, or when the laundry is hanging to dry and it's flapping in the wind and you see him, it's so spooky. I love it.
It is. It's really spooky. Like and like if you are actually in real like if you're in a place like that, let's just talk off film. You're in a place like that, you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be petrified.
Yeah.
Like a normal human being. Okay, if you really are normal, let's talk about a normal human being, not not one of them ones that think they're extra what's called like they're gonna run into the kill zone. No, we're talking about a normal human being.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Will not will not go up to Jason and actually look at him like that. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
So, but it's just the idea, it's a suspense that
Mhm.
most people in the film do not see it coming.
Yeah, that's
Jason's
true.
everywhere. That's the suspense of the film. You know, Jason is everyone. Every horror movie has that element of surprise.
Mhm.
Like from even going down to Terminator, there's an element of surprise, the
Mhm.
shocking of where did you come from?
Yep.
I didn't see you. That's that's what I love. That's the awesome part of it.
Yeah, I love it. Love it so much. So you have several upcoming projects, from Dark Ends to the Farmhouse Murders. Is there one project that you're most excited for everyone to see?
Um, I love people to see Dark Ends is going to be interesting because it's more London based. It's about like I know in America you have your ends in America, you know. So in UK we have the same philosophy. Like there's different ends you should go into. It's different ends, you know what I mean. So Dark Ends is based on a culture base of crews and young men trying to be this 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 new born baby of going out there and trying to be something for their life. But unfortunately, what happens is that their past catches up with them, That's Darkens. Without spilling it, I'm allowed to say some of it. So obviously that's somewhere my favorite, but I am looking for you guys to see Farmhouse Murders. That's
Oh,
going to be
nice.
interesting. That's got that's actually got a great cast. So I'm hoping you guys actually enjoy it because I tend to like go into a lot of horror.
Mhm.
I'm a mixture, so that one has a very had a big actor on it itself. So I'm literally like just waiting for you guys to actually once it starts and kicks off to see what you guys think, and maybe we can come back to it and speak about it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love to do that.
It's a true story. It's a
Oh,
true story.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Farm Smodus. Yeah.
Do you know when it's supposed to release?
So like as it says, it's 2025.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's a long time,
Yeah.
but it's worth the wait.
Okay. Yeah, we will
Because
definitely have to follow up on it. That'd be so
yeah,
awesome. Well, Adam, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me. I really appreciate it. And we were just talking about your upcoming projects. Where would be a good place for people to follow you and keep up with all your upcoming projects?
you can follow me on Instagram, which is the real Adam Treasure or adamtreasure.com, where you find all my information on all the validated, sorry, new films, because obviously there's a lot of stuff on social media. So Adam Treasure or Instagram, the real Adam Treasure.
Perfect. And I will make sure to put links to both of those in the description of this video so people can come follow you and check you out. Thank you again so much for
Yes.
joining me. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for our
You're
follow-up
welcome.
interview. And maybe next time we'll wear matching shirts because we were talking before this interview.
Yes,
We both almost wore the
guys,
same red shirt today.
anybody's watching this, I think you should put in the comments that Adam and Taylor should wear matching shirts next time.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Thank you, Adam. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you, Taylor.
Have a good
Speak to you
day.
later.
Bye.